2 years ago, 60 pounds heavier, struggling to find time. Today, multiple workouts per week from my home gym. Let's be better. Six. Eight. Bit of an interesting angle there for the first set of squats compared to what I usually do. I just really wanted to make sure I got an angle of kind of how deep I'm getting to make sure I'm getting it right. Recently, I went down in weight on squats, like really down. You know, I was repping out sets of like 255, 265 for 8 to 12, but I found that I wasn't getting as deep as I wanted to. It's time for my second set. We'll talk a little bit about it after that set. I think I got 10. Come on. Whew. Jeez. That was rough. Okay. So I know this is my workout fitness journey vlog and channel, but really I've been lifting in some capacity since I was 14, 15, since my freshman year of high school, because I played football. And growing up, I was always told for squats, you never want to go down below parallel, right? If you go down below parallel, you're going to blow out your knees. You're going to destroy your knees. What I have learned recently, and this is for anyone who is, getting into weightlifting, if you hear these types of things, definitely there's concern from my end around knee health. But what the overwhelming scientific consensus is, from what I can tell, is that getting deep on squats is not going to hurt your knees. It's actually more of a natural movement getting down and all the way deep into that squat. So what I've done is I dropped weight. I think whenever I dropped weight, I dropped from 255, 265. I dropped all the way down to 135, just a 45 plate on each side to really focus on getting as deep as I can in my squats and building strength in that bottom position and coming up. The advantages of getting deeper on your squat are that your biomechanics, once you get into that deep squat, you are at a super lengthened position with your quads. For anyone who's watched fitness related content on social media recently, the lengthened position, the stretched position is seen as more hypertrophic. So if I'm wanting to build quads with my squat, which was what I'm aiming for with squats, you're getting some other muscles in there, but quads are what I'm wanting to grow. Getting into that lengthened position, AKA a deep squat, is the best for growing those quads. Time for my third set. We'll get into it and we'll just kind of talk about what mentally went into that for me, because I wasn't super happy about dropping down weight that much on squats. A little uneven up on that one. And oh, that sucked. All right, on to RDLs. So the mentality that went into dropping that weight was really just a lot of breaking down the ego. Squat has always been one of my better lifts, and dropping down to what has essentially been a warm-up weight for me since I was a freshman in high school took a lot of understanding why I was doing what I was doing. As you can see from this lift, I'm getting back up there closer to repping out, somewhere around, right now I'm repping out 225. I think I could probably get somewhere up to 250, 265 for at least 4 or 5 reps in that deep squat position. It's just, taking a bit of time to build that up. So the lesson here for those of you watching is to not be afraid to drop back weight, to really focus on getting a deeper stretch on your lifts, because it will help out your gains in the long run, as long as you're doing it safely, under control. Studies show that there's no, inherent risk to deep squats compared to, just a parallel. You do whatever you think is best for your body. There's probably going to be a season of time where I go back to just doing parallel squats. But for right now, I'm in the deep squat position. We'll go ahead and get into RDLs here, get through those, and then we'll have barbell hip thrusts and leg extensions. But that's kind of the takeaway for today is, don't be afraid to drop weight, set your ego aside. And we're going for 3 sets of 12 here on 235 with these. So we'll see how this goes. Oh. Four. Nine. 12. Ooh. 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 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Ooh. If I get 12 here, we'll be able to go up and wait. We'll see. I'm going to try to be really strict on my form here to really make sure, that it's my hamstrings, maybe a little bit of glutes that are doing this, not my lower back. I don't think it is, because I'm not really feeling any tightness back there, or like muscle fatigue. So fairly certain it's my hams and glutes that are doing all the work, but we'll try to make sure to really focus on that hamstring stretch for all 12 of these. If I get 12, great. If I don't, we'll be here for another week. 3, 2. Ten. 11. 12. 13. 14. Whew. Definitely got 12 there. Whew. So 14 total on that last set. We'll move weight up again next week. Luckily, I know I talked about this multiple times already, but my cast iron plates are coming today. So I won't have to do all this junk with the 35s and the 15. I'll just be able to do a 45 and probably a 10 on each side. Go up to 245 next week. And we'll rep that. I might go up to 250. Yeah, I'll probably go up to 250 and do that just to really make sure that I'm only getting 8 On to barbell hip thrusts. We got 3 sets of 8 last time, so we'll try to at least get one more on some of these. At least one of them. 3. 2. 1. 2. 4. 5. 6. 8. 9. Whew. Once I get to this point in the workout, definitely like fatigued. So these probably not as optimal. My fatigue level is probably not optimal. You could maybe make the argument that I'm into the realm of junk volume. I don't think so, because I'm still able to like progressively overload and put good amount of effort in these, but you could make that argument. I'm not going to stop doing them because I really want to keep growing my glutes. So we'll just keep on keeping on. Set 2. 8. 9. Okay, let's log it. That's the one thing where Jeff Nippard's released that minimum or that min-max program, whatever. You know, I've done lower volume before. It makes me want to retool it, redo my programming, and go back to that low volume. But we won't worry about that for the next couple weeks. Probably retool it after my daughter's born. That's probably what I'll do. We'll take a relook at the program. I'll probably take like a week or two deload and refigure my programming and probably go to a low volume split. I think I want to go to an upper lower, either an upper lower split doing 4 days a week or a put PPL upper split, like 4 days a week, I think is what I want to do. The other thing with that is keeping up with the posting schedule. Another video every week might be hard to handle. But if I keep these real vloggy instead of, topical, could be easier. I won't have as much like editing to think about during them. But now I'm just blabbing to get out of the third set. All right, 3, 2, 1. Couple sets of leg extensions and we're done. So I was talking about junk volume and I feel like I am getting to that. So instead of doing 3 sets of these or 2 sets, I'm just going to do 1 as hard as I can. Because I still want to do it. I don't want to just not do it. I think my overall fatigue is too much to do 3 of these. So, or even 2. So we're just going to do 1 all-out set. And then call it. Oh, this is going to suck. Party. Okay. Okay. I feel good about that one. Leg day's done. Whew. I am fatigued after that one. Definitely feel like more fatigued than I have the past couple weeks. So I've been in the cut for about a week and a half now. I feel like today's the first workout where I definitely feel it energy level wise. But we're done with legs. We'll be back for the push workout on Friday. Until then, remember, progress over perfection.